How's it going, YouTube? Ani-mity back at it again with another video, and today, I'm going to be doing a little, guess you can call it reaction review. I decided I was just gonna watch the Kane crash out scene from The Amazing Digital Circus, because I really, really like what they do with the scene. And I think that it is just something very interesting for me to kind of like break down and explore as someone, with the background in screenwriting and all the other fun stuff. And I figured this is just a nice, quick, easy video I could do just with my schedule and my timing. As you can tell, my voice is kind of going a little bit. It's just been a long day. Um, and I figured that this is just a way to kind of save my voice from singing and otherwise, which I'm sure you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing by now. So, that being said, let's watch this and see how it goes. Just gonna turn the volume down a bit. Here we go.
I I don't understand, Bubble. They want an exit, they want answers, they want something
I feel
real.
like this is
I
like the
give them an
most of
adventure that covers
Kane
all of that,
that
and they
we've
still
gotten,
hate it?
like from the entire series. Like we always
Surely
got
they
like
don't want to
Kane had kind of like a
actually
petty
believe me,
side. He had like a very like
right?
vindictive
No way,
side,
Jose. No
but
way,
what we
no
never got to
how.
see
I,
was this
I
like
do everything for these
vulnerable
people. I
side of him.
slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my
And like
comfort
he's
zone
still
to
like very
appeal to
much
them,
like
and they still
evil
hate
in these
them.
ways,
I
just like
made a
or not
program
evil. I
that
guess like
creates a body
misunderstood is
perfectly
the way I would
encapsulating their mind
describe it. Like
files,
he
and they hate those
the
too.
way that he goes
I'm
about this
starting to
is
get the
like very
feeling
much
that they just
perfectionist. And like
hate me.
beforehand,
Why
it
would
was
they hate you when
perfectionist,
they could just
but
hate
he was
you?
also
This is
trying
why
so
I was
hard,
created. This is my function.
to do
I'd
something that
rather have
was going to
scraps than go
please
on your
people.
adventures.
Whereas before it felt
That
like,
can't be
like
true.
it has
I
to be
do
perfect,
everything
I'm
for them.
entertaining. Like
Don't they
it
get
felt
that I'm
like he
trying?
was a
Maybe you're
ringmaster
just
trying to entertain a
genuinely bad at
bigger
this.
Shut up.
audience, but he
No,
wasn't ever able
I
to.
fixed that.
I guess is the
I can
best
solve
way to put it.
any
Versus
problem.
this where it
I
feels
can
like
solve this
he
one.
was doing
That's
this
what
all for
this is.
them. It
A
just was a
big
very like
puzzle that I need
misunderstood
to solve.
way.
Effective.
And with the concept of dot, it also makes this
Shut
scene
up.
so interesting.
Maybe you deserved to be abandoned.
And together, this is the most like scared of
You
Kane
really
that I think I
were the
felt.
lesser of the two.
Especially with Bubble here,
You
like
ruined
jeez.
this.
It's like this is the moment you like
Who
really
do they think they
feel
are?
like the cracking
I
of
give them
his
everything,
mental
and they
state. Like
spit in my face.
the moment that he's
Don't they know
reaching
what
this
I'm
like
capable of?
absolute like low, this like peak of desperation and this like
They only think
it's
about
a peak crash out
themselves.
is what
They're
it is.
spoiled.
It's simply just a
They won't
peak
abstract.
crash
They won't
out
believe me.
and see this like
I won't
desperate
let them.
attempt to hold on to what he has left.
I'm better. I'm more powerful.
And it's like when he's saying these lines of like,
I'm the original.
I'm better, I'm more powerful. Like we know
I-
he's saying that like about like the whole thing with the dot. But it's also like there is a part of this kind of like who is he trying to convince? Like is it like it's also like I guess the whole question of, like what Bubble is supposed to represent in some ways. Um and, I can go into my whole thoughts of like what I think about Bubble from what we know in the movie, but I'm not going to. Like just from what we see of Bubble up to this point, there's something where it's like
Let's get this show
what
on the
is
road.
Bubble supposed to be, or what are they supposed to represent? Which I think is very, very interesting. Like, yeah, like this scene is so short, but it does
Let's get this
so
show on the
much for
road.
the character of Kane. Um, I just feel like, yeah, it does so much for Kane as a character, it does so much for like his development. Like that, not that Kane ever was really like an antagonist, but like this is the moment where kind of like the tragedy of his character felt the most prominent, and it's like this is the kind of like, oh, what is like it's I don't know, like I say that the Amazing Digital Circus never had a bad episode, but like, the episodes always felt like they're self-contained. There wasn't like some like grander story or anything at play. This kind of throws a very interesting element into the mix, where it's kind of like what it kind of like it I feel like watching every episode up to this point, you never really question why Kane is doing what they're doing, or the point of Kane. And then this is the moment where it kind of like, wait, why is Kane doing all this stuff that he is? And kind of this is the moment where we go from like passively just accepting it to like now I really need to know more. And just like the few strokes of that, just with the line delivery and like a little bit of desperation that this character is showing, I think is just really, really fascinating. Like I said, just going from, you know, Kane just kind of existing. He's always, oh, haha, Kane's upset that his ventures aren't going well, or like that kind of thing, to like this very, like, this I guess like uncharacteristically human aspect of him, which I think is just really interesting to see. Um, but yeah, like those are just my main thoughts on the scene. Like, just I wanted to do like just little short analysis going into like some of the stuff that I kind of like thought about watching the scene originally, and like I guess like my appreciation for the scene now as someone who kind of has the greater picture of the show. I think this is just it's really interesting what they do with Kane, for the show. And again, I'll get to my thoughts. Like I will say, I have a video I plan to do eventually with Alia. Where we're doing a breakdown of, I guess, the whole series. It's not even so much like a fan versus critic, but just like we just want to talk about what the series kind of did and like a lot of the beats of it and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to doing that when I have the chance to. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this one. Just keep this nice and short. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.